Hi there, my name is Beverly Ndifoin and you are watching Game Changers. We are live at Promote 2022 and we are mobilizing more and more companies to join the race to zero because we believe that climate change is a global issue and everyone needs to be on board to address the climate crisis. And today with us we have Paul, the head of corporate social responsibility at Standard Chartered Bank, and she'll be telling us a bit more about what Standard Chartered is doing to address the climate crisis. Hello Paul.
Hi Beverly.
Good to have you.
Good to have you too.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to ask you a very brief question. So banks, financial institutions like banks are known for financing projects that contribute to fossil fuels and carbon emissions into the atmosphere. And to take that power back means that we have to shift our attention to the financing of green projects. Is that a shift that Standard Chartered is about to do, or is planning to do, or is already doing?
Thank you for that question. It actually comes in line with one of our greatest pillars. We've recently, Standard Chartered Bank, launched our bold stance. I mean, when I say bold stand, I guess you understand what it means. And one of our bold stand is accelerating zero. It's actually the first one, which shows you how important Standard Chartered takes the climate change agenda. And as a purpose, what we're planning is to reach the net zero emission by 2050, which is quite ambitious, with an evaluation around the 2030. So you're asking whether we are already in plan with that transition. I would say yes. That's why our pillar says accelerating zero, which means we started but we need to go faster. To give you some of our target is that we want to achieve a just transition by 2030. When we say just transition, is this kind of transition that this one where the climate objectives are met without actually slowing down the development, because we must also be conscious that people have some mindset that we need to change, and that's why we are calling transition.
Okay.
But we need to transit without slowing down the economy and make sure that we continue to prosper, to achieve prosperity.
That's amazing to know that Standard Chartered Bank is already doing something to cut down on the carbon emissions that are already ravaging the planet. Now, what are some of the activities you're already carrying out to actually practically promote environmental sustainability? Do you have any activities you're already carrying out as a bank to be able to promote environmental sustainability?
Globally, our approach to reach the just transition is focusing on 3 pillars. The first one is reducing finance emission. The second one is financing transition.
So by reducing finance emissions, you're saying that you are no longer giving out loans to projects that are harmful to the environment. You are planning to give out loans mostly to projects that are eco-friendly.
Absolutely. There are no new loans that will be granting or that are currently granted to projects that are with a high emission of carbon. Okay. But there are a couple of existing projects that have a target and that will be phased out progressively.
Wow, that's amazing to know that you're already planning and you're already doing something.
And I was sharing with you the 3 pillars, and the reducing finance emission is one of them. The second one was financing the transition project, and the last one is accelerating new solutions, because we absolutely also need to provide people with new solutions when we are telling them to stop whatever they were doing already.
Okay. Any more?
And no. And we wanted to know some of the specific actions that we are doing.
Yeah.
Our action goes across all the sectors, including the community in where we operate, staff internally, and also to clients. Because so far, when we're talking about solution is only clients or loans that are being given out. But we also have a couple of initiatives internally to raise awareness amongst our staff on the climate change agenda. And also, we're not limiting ourselves to internally, we also go externally to educate and sensitize the communities where we operate.
Thank you very much. That was Paul, Head of Corporate Social Responsibility at Standard Chartered Bank, and she just told us about what Standard Chartered Bank is already doing and plans to do to phase out carbon emissions. You are watching Game Changers and you can be part of this movement. And just to let you know, the Standard Chartered Bank has already committed to the Game Changers movement and to global climate action. So you can join Game Changers today. Let's localize COP, Conference of Parties, and face out this climate crisis that is already ravaging our economies. Thank you once again, Marie-Paul, for being
part of you, and maybe for those who are watching us,
yes,
corporate social responsibility is one part of my job. I'm actually the head of corporate affairs, brand and marketing for Standard Chartered Bank Company. Thank you for watching us.
Thank you.